Welcome back to the channel, fellow Nigerians, brothers and sisters from the East and lovers of truth across the world. Something tragic just happened, and it is not the first time. Blood has once again touched the soil of the Biafra land. Over 7 innocent people have been killed in cold blood in Imo State. Communities are in shock. Families are crying. Markets are shut. Children are afraid to sleep at night. Yet, what did the police do? Without wasting time, without proper investigation, they blame IPOB and ESN. Yes, you hear that right. But we must ask, was it IPOB or is there something more inside going on? Just like clockwork, whenever something happens in the Southeast, they don't ask questions, they don't investigate, they don't listen, they just blame IPOB. But before you agree with them, before you join them to shout IPOB did it, ask yourself one question: what has Nnamdi Kanu been warning us about for years? He said they would try to destroy IPOB by using the same strategy they use in the north: create or no gunmen, sponsor shouts, blame the freedom fighters, and then send soldiers to kill everyone. Now look around, isn't that what is happening? This video will reveal the truth behind the killings. We will expose the pattern, revisit Kanu's word, and connect the dots the media is trying to hide. Watch till the end, because the truth you will hear here is the one they don't want on Channels TV or AIT. Like, comment, and share this video. We are exposing lies they are using to destroy Biafra land. Let's go. On the night of July 25, 2025, 3 peaceful communities in Imo State turned into battlefields. Motorcycle riding gunmen stormed the villages like demons. Without warning, they opened fire. Shop owners were gunned down. Customers, market women, and school children, everyone was a target. Even young boys playing a simple game of drought outside the shop went to spare. Eyewitnesses say the shooting lasted for nearly an hour, from around 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. It wasn't a robbery, it wasn't a court clash, it was pure terrorism. When the dust settled, 7 people lay dead, more were critically injured. Homes and businesses were destroyed, and just like that, 3 communities were left bleeding. People cried out, begging for help, but the police were nowhere to be found until after the bloodshed. And then, what did the police do? They came and blamed the IPOB and ESN. Let that sink in. No proper investigation, no CCTV footage, no arrested suspects, but within hours, they knew it was IPOB. That is not justice, that is not security, that is an agenda. This is the same script that has been played in the north for years. Boko Haram attacks and they say unknown gunmen. Bandits killed, they say conflict. But when it happened in the east, they instantly name IPOB. There is something very wrong with that picture, and it is not new, because Nnamdi Kanu saw it coming years ago. The police blame IPOB, but where is the proof? When the Imo State Police Command arrived after the attack, their top priority was not to help survivors. It wasn't to calm this community or ask for information. It was to blame IPOB and ESN. The Commissioner of Police, Aboki Danjuma, called the killings barbaric and inhuman. In the same breath, said it was carried out by IPOB. No proof, no interrogation. That is dangerous. In any normal country, the police would first investigate, they will collect bullet casing, interview witnesses, check surveillance footage, but here they jump to conclusions because blaming IPOB is convenient. It helps the government, it justifies more military presence in Biafra land. It gives them license to raid communities, arrest activities, and silence dissent. But let's ask the hard question: why would IPOB attack the same Igbo people they are fighting for? IPOB doesn't target innocent traders or poor villagers. Their struggle is against injustice, not civilians. They have constantly denied attacking their own people. So, who benefit from these attacks? It is certainly not the victims. It is not IPOB. It is not the Biafran people. It is the government that benefits, because after every attack, they send more soldiers, more checkpoints, more fear. They paint the Southeast as a war zone, even when the real war is from outsiders. This is not just a mistake. It is a plan, a calculated move to turn the world against IPOB and to destroy the people's hope for freedom. Remember what Kanu said, they will kill us and then they will blame us. Is that not what's happened now? Nnamdi Kanu warning the Fulani agenda of conviction. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu won in multiple broadcasts before his abduction in 2021. He said, they will invade our land with terror, they will commit atrocity and blame IPOB. The goal is to confuse the people, discredit the struggle, and justify a military takeover of Biafra land. Back then, many people laughed. They said it was exaggerating, but today, that warning is playing out like a movie script. Everywhere you turn, unknown gunmen are attacking. IPOB is being blamed, whether there is proof or not. But do you notice the pattern? No Boko Haram in the east, no Fulani herdsmen are ever arrested. After external attackers, the moment something explodes in the southeast, it is automatically IPOB. Yet, when Fulani herdsmen massacre people in Benue or Plateau, the government say it is farmer-herder conflict. Why this double standard? Because Nnamdi Kanu wasn't just warning about random violence. He warned about a Fulani control system using fear and propaganda to destroy the Igbo race from within. Now that he is locked away, that system is working over time, and they are using our own pain like this Imo attack as fuel for their lies. The blame game repeating the same script. Let's look back. In January 2024, Imo State was attacked by armed men. Dozens were killed. The government blamed IPOB. In March 2024, military men were ambushed on the Owerri-Onitsha road. IPOB was blamed again without proof. In May 2025, over 30 travelers were slaughtered near Okigwe. Same blame, no court, no trial, just accusations. It has become a pattern. A violent attack happens, the police doesn't investigate, IPOB get blamed. Soldiers invade external villages. It is like they are playing a tape on repeat. And each time, the world believes them because the media copies government statements without asking questions. But how many times will we fall for the same lie? How long will we watch our people suffer while the real killers are protected? It is time we ask the hard question. Who is truly behind the unknown gunmen? What eyewitnesses said the hiding details? People who survived the attack are speaking out. Some said the gunmen spoke Hausa. Others described them as military trained, wearing black. They were well organized and well equipped. Yet, none of the survivors said they heard them speak Igbo or identify with IPOB. Still, the police rushed to blame IPOB. Why ignore the eyewitnesses? Is it because their accounts don't match the official narrative, or because acknowledging the truth will expose that the attackers are not who they want you to believe? There are reports that some of the attackers were seen days before near a checkpoint, but no one stopped them. Why? Why are they protecting? Why are they being monitored? This is why Nnamdi Kanu said Nigeria is the only place where the security agency are in bed with the terrorists. The DSS playbook create crisis, blame IPOB. What you are seeing in Imo is not just random violence. It is following a secret script, one that Nnamdi Kanu exposed before he was abducted. He said the DSS and military intelligence would do these three things: sponsor terror in Igbo land, using unknown faces, blame IPOB, especially ESN, even when no proof exists. Use that blame to justify mass arrest, torture, and militarization. This is not just theory, it is been happening again and again. Each time IPOB denies involvement, their voice is ignored. The media doesn't report their press releases. The police don't investigate. The military simply send in more tanks and helicopters. And we must ask, who gained from these chaos? It is not the villagers, it is not the poor, it is not the Biafran freedom fighters. It is the same government trying to kill the Biafra dream by force. Nnamdi Kanu warned us clearly. They will use this name of IPOB to terrorize our people. Do not believe everything they report. Always ask who benefits. After the attack, soldiers arrived not to help. After the Imo attack, did the police rescue any of the injured? Did they send emergency support? No. Instead, they deploy soldiers. They turn the street into military zone. Villagers now live in fear of two enemies: the real unknown gunmen and the army. And guess what? These soldiers don't protect the people. They raid homes, they beat youths, they arrest anyone with a bed or a phone. This is not security, this is oppression. It is exactly what happened in Olu. It is what happened in Obigbo. Innocent people were bombed, churches were burned, all in the name of fighting IPOB. Yet, no one was held accountable. And now, the same pattern is returning to Imo. This is why people say the government uses terror as an excuse to commit more terror. The role of the media, echo chamber of lies. Why is it that every time the police release a statement, the media repeat it without question? Headlines like Gunmen kill 7 police blame IPOB. IPOB terrorists strike again in Imo. Eastern Security Network behind fresh attack. No media house there to ask, where is the evidence? Why no arrest? Why no video proof? Why? Because the Nigerian media is part of the information warfare against the Igbo people. They amplify lies, they silence Biafra voices, they ignore IPOB's denials, and they never question the government's version of events. But you watching this video, you are smarter than that. You know propaganda when you see it, and Nnamdi Kanu warned long ago. The media will become their strongest weapon. That is why we must speak louder with truth. Who is really protecting the Southeast? Here is the painful truth. The Igbo people are surrounded by enemies from without and betrayal from within. The government has failed to protect us. The police are too busy accusing IPOB. The army is too busy brutalizing youth. The media is too busy spreading lies. So, who is protecting them? This is why IPOB formed ESN in the first place, to protect farmers, to stop S-men from killing and raping, to defend those abandoned by the state. But now, they want to destroy that structure too. They call ESN terrorists, but refuse to disarm Fulani S-men with AK-47. They raid IPOB meetings, but ignore Northern clerics preaching jihad. The goal is clear: break every form of Igbo self-defense, keep them helpless, keep them silent. But we must never give up. We must speak, we must resist, and we must remember who the real enemies are. The silence of Nnamdi Kanu strategic suppression. As this attack in Imo shake the land, where is Nnamdi Kanu? Still locked away in DSS underground custody, despite court orders demanding his release. Why? Because the government knows that Kanu's voice would expose everything. It would question the lies. It will expose the real attackers. It will unite the people, and it would call out the Fulani agenda with boldness. So they silence him. This is not about trial. It is not about justice. It is about killing a movement by taking away its leader. But they forget a true movement lives in the hearts of the people. Every attack, every lie, every injustice is waking more people up. more are beginning to see the truth. They can lock up Kanu, but they can't kill the truth he represents. The truth must be spoken. Imo must not be forgotten. To everyone watching, listening carefully, what happened in Imo is a tragedy, but it's also a warning that the war against Biafra is no longer just political. It is physical, spiritual, and media driving. 7 lives were taken, many more wounded, and IPOB has been blamed again without proof. But you must not allow the lies to win. Let us remember the words of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They will kill us and they will lie about it, but in the end, the truth must win. So we ask you, share this video, comment below with your thoughts, subscribe, and help us amplify the truth. Do not let this story die like others. Do not let the blood of the innocent be buried under propaganda.